My pronouns aren't preferred, they are mandatory.
It seems like anything they mandate is frivolous garbage that's not good for you. Huh. Welcome back to the JP Rex channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend, where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants, shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters. We've got some hilarious ridiculousness in store for you with pronouns are mandated and, of course, the pronoun songs. I mean, we thought we had lousy art, so how can we make it worse? Well, we accomplished that, ladies and gentlemen, from TikTok's best. Before we get into these hilarious videos, I want to let you know on my comedy tour, I will be performing live coming up in Columbus, Ohio, followed by Nashville, Tennessee. If you'd like to come out and see me live, see my stand-up, I would love to have you. You can get tickets at my website, which is linked below, or just go to awakenwithjp.com. On with the show. This first video we'll look at, I think just as important as the videos we look at, we have to look at the bios of people. Kind of like the bio. Okay, the bio, it's a snapshot of who you are. What's most profound about you and your character? Well, here's Sean's bio. My pronouns are he, they. What are yours? Like, that's all you need to know about him. Like, tell me about your character. Well, yeah, my pronouns are he and they. So he is when I'm a singular person, and they is when I'm multiple people that aren't men. Awesome. And if you thought just blue-haired people being hysterical, telling you about their pronouns was an effective form of communication, those same people singing about their pronouns, I think it adds more science to the whole conversation. Let's take a look.
Welcome to the Pronoun Song. If you like to validate others, sing along. We got he, him, and she, her, they, them, and many more ways to make people feel comfortable in their skin.
Awesome. Using the correct pronouns as a way to make people feel comfortable in their skin, which is great. It propagates a victim mentality because that means you are responsible for making them comfortable in their own skin. It's weird how it's their skin, not yours. And therefore, if they're not comfortable, that implies that you are responsible for their discomfort, which makes you the oppressor, them the victim. See how this works. This is how the whole gender ideology is absolutely a strategy of implementing communism through Marxism in our country. You need division, victims, and oppressors. If you don't have much in the way of victims and oppressors, we manufacture it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're doing here. Next up, we have Baby Skulls 356. Right on. Probably a person of faith here in their little description or bio. This song is meant to be inclusive and supportive for all gender identities. Well, I'll see how I feel after this video. So let's keep it that way. Let's do.
Hey everybody, let's make a pronoun song. Trans women use she and her. Trans men use he and him. And to the friendly cis who do not agree with this, that's okay, but don't create a toxic world. Gender fluid go to and fro. They and them are used by us snowbows. And to my friendly cis who do not agree with this, that's okay, but don't create a toxic world. Your gender isn't just about your parts. Your gender is about what's in your hearts. And if you want to sing along, go ahead and use the song. Band together and let's make a happy world. Yay!
I like this person who, literally looks like this is telling you not to create a toxic world. All right, tell me about your faith in God, lady. Do you have much? No? Okay. Let's talk more about your toxicity. And another thing I learned from the science of this song is gender isn't just about what your parts are, it's about what's in your hearts. Doctor, can you check my heart out? I need an EKG. Why? Are you having a heart attack? No, I just need to find out more about my gender, so let's check my heart out, doctor. It's not just about what's in your parts. It's kind of like entirely what's in your parts. That's gender. You have other aspects of your personality. Please develop those, express those. Be you, be yourself, be unique, or be like everybody else. And by the way, trying to be unique kind of makes you like everybody else because everybody else is trying to be unique. But that's besides the point. It reminds me of the meme we've seen a million times. If your genitals don't define your gender, how does removing them affirm it? Well, yeah, it's because it's mostly what's in your hearts. Really? Not kidneys? Not pancreas? Not your thyroid, but your heart? Gotcha. I've checked my heart out, see if I have some extra testicles in there. Maybe I have ovaries or a vulva. I actually don't know what a vulva is. It's something in the mysterious, beautiful mess that is ladies' parts. And then at the opening of this video, we saw a short clip about my pronouns are not preferred, they're mandatory. So we'll take a look at his, her, they, them, z, zer, song. Pretty hilariously, there's a guy who made a rebuttal to the song. We'll see it. It's back to back, and he's singing in tune. It's great, and he's coming from common sense, which applied to nonsense. Common sense applied to nonsense. It's hilarious. Let's take a look.
My pronouns aren't preferred. They are mandatory.
Okay, how the f*** am I supposed to know when I'm only meeting someone on the go, and I'm not allowed to guess by how they look or how they dress or by what they got that's going on below? See, on this topic I'm a little gray. When meeting someone new, what do I say? 'Cause if I have to start our talk asking if you have a cock, then you're not my kind of person anyway. And just one more little thing before I'm gone. Respect is earned, it's not demanded in a song. If you want to be a she or a they, a zer, a z, good for you, but you can't make me play along.
That's pretty good. By the way, I like the part of like, hey, if we're having to start a conversation about whether or not you have a cock, like you're not someone I want to hang out with. Like, yeah, like the basis of meeting someone and then the basis of your connection with them, like the backbone of conversations talking about what matters. If it's just all about gender, it's like, dude, you're not someone I want to hang out with. If you sat down and just told me about your anus, I don't care. Like, tell me about your bowel movements. Tell me about your bodily functions. I don't care. What I do care about is your character, your perspectives, not these things that are innate within you, but you have no control over, which of course they'd say, well, it's not innate. I mean, God makes mistakes and we do have control over it. So I can take a bunch of hormones and get surgery, then I'll be the opposite gender. Well, I mean, you could definitely pretend you're the opposite gender, but you'll be the same gender, just, kind of mutilated and hormonally altered a lot, which is fine. It's fine. So that guy had a nice rebuttal to the Pronoun songs. There's also another man who has a bit of a rebuttal himself to the pronoun gender ideology. And that man, he recently made a bold statement, took the world by storm, made people in Seattle crawl out onto the sidewalks, screaming up in the sky. And that man is one President Trump. And his claim that there's only two genders. Let's take a look.
We're going to defeat the cult of gender ideology and reaffirm that God created two genders called men and women. We're not going to allow men to play in women's sports. And by so doing, you know what happens. We're going to save the dignity of women, and we're going to save women's sports itself. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Well said. That's just common sense. It's great. And one of the reasons why people love President Trump is he doesn't shackle himself to the post of political correctness. He says common sense things. That's one of the reasons why people love him. But there's something he said at the beginning I want to take a quick replay of because I've got a thought on it.
We're going to defeat the cult of gender ideology.
Defeat the cult of gender ideology. There is zero exaggeration in this. That is very precise, accurate wording. And let me just ask you, just with the clips we've seen thus far, does this person look like they're in a cult? Does this person look like they're in a cult? does this person look like they're in the cult? I mean, I think I saw him on Holy Hell, the Netflix documentary about the cult that was in Austin, Texas. It's a precision of words with a lot of accuracy, I'd say. And bringing it home with a little bit more in the way of pronoun artistry.
If someone goes by she, then call her she.
Yeah?
If someone goes by he, then call him he. If someone goes by they, then call them they. It doesn't mean it'll turn you gay.
I just really appreciate that. It rhymed and it's funny, but she was serious about it, so that's a little scary.
Hey, I wanna tell you how I'm feeling today. My pronouns are either he, she, or they.
Hey, so we gotta stop for a little break brought to you by science. Today I'm gonna tell you how I feel with regard to what's my gender. So it's based on a feeling. It's not based on logic. It's not based on knowledge. It's not based on reality. This is based on a feeling. Cool. I'm sure that's a lot more accurate. I think the scientists at SpaceX, hey, we're shooting a rocket to Mars. You're going to program the calculations. I think today we were going to just steer it by feeling. So there's that. And then also her pronouns are he, she, or they. It's weird to have all of them at the same time. I'm he, she, or they. Cool. So he and she, those are opposites. So you are the opposite of yourself. You're also a singular person. I don't see a Siamese twin attached. So you're also a they, which means you're multiple people while being a singular person. So you're opposite of yourself in that regard as well. And she has red hair. I'm pretty sure it's dyed red hair, which is cultural appropriation of my people. And I don't appreciate it. This is violence against me. Now I'm the victim.
But I gotta tell you that today especially they're actually this.
Oh, that was just objectively a terrible song. Oh, and there is one last clip. Apparently this is the original song that the first person we watched was lip singing about mandatory pronouns. So the bio, this is Stevie Gay Parade. Oh, I wonder if Stevie's gay. Hi, I'm Stevie. I am non-binary and I use they, them pronouns, or else. That's great. Thank you for letting us know about your character. Let's take it away, Stevie.
My pronouns aren't preferred, they are mandatory. Do not purposefully misgender trans people. You do not get to decide how someone identifies. My pronouns aren't preferred, they are mandatory.
Nothing like a little good old-fashioned tyranny to try to get compliance out of people. Yeah, just like they're not mandatory. You have no choice. Call me what I say I am. You're not allowed to misgender me. Hey, do you know actually you're misgendering yourself? Yeah, you're literally calling yourself the opposite of what you are. I'm okay with imagination, but don't get me to base my reality off of your imagination. I will be the free sovereign being governing my own thinking very much. No, it's mandatory. All right, fair enough. This has been some of the greatest musical art of 2023. I am potentially a worse person now that I've seen these. I'm more amused, and I also feel more confusion about my gender identity. Leopard. That's my gender. I'm a leopard. I am a leopard. I am potentially going to go run 40 miles an hour because I'm a leopard, unless this stuff doesn't work, but I'm pretty sure it works. I'm going to run 40 miles an hour and attack people in a safari vehicle. That's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to climb a tree. Then I'm going to have little leopard children, little leopard cubs, little leopard ducklings. That's what I'm going to do. The power of words. It's interesting. With that said, look forward to seeing you on our next video, my friend. But before that, a special word from an amazing company. Let me ask you a question. How much worse would your life be if you fell asleep quicker, slept deeper, and woke up feeling more refreshed? You might be saying, well, JP, better sleep and more energy the next day? That actually seems like a good thing. I would agree. I firmly believe maximizing sleep is one of the best things we can do for our health and to feel great. Yet if you're at all like me, you don't have time to sleep more. So what can you do to maximize the quality of your sleep? Well, for that, I would love to invite you to try Awaken CBD Sleep Gummies. This tasty treat right before bed is a unique blend of CBD, CBN, and chamomile formulated to help both your mind and body relax so you can get the best sleep possible and wake up feeling refreshed. And in case you don't know, Awaken CBD is a company that I founded and I own because I'm a firm believer that CBD has potent effects on our health, including sleep. So I wanted to make the most potent, purest, best quality CBD available to everyone, and all proceeds go to supporting this channel and the mission of freedom. So if you'd like to treat yourself to better sleep and more energy, you can get your Awaken CBD sleep gummies at awakencbd.com. Enjoy, my friend.